marriage caring for our own baby and just really looking in these faces and seeing that, we need to give these babies hope and we need to be advocates for these little guys. At the same time, what really struck me is, over 30,000 babies being born to addiction. There's also over 30,000 moms addicted to drugs. And then you go down the line and there's other infants. On average, most of these moms have 3 to 4 babies. Oftentimes they don't live past 2 months because there's a lot of complications when you're going through that withdrawal, blood pressure, heart. But there's so much to it. But we also are finding in research now that these babies can live very healthy and normal lives, but they have to have the opportunities at the beginning. They have to be held. They need skin on skin. They need talked to. They need eye contact. Like it or not, I sang to my little guy a lot, I prayed over him. I prayed over him more than any child. And I just tell him, God chose you special. And the lady in Jeanette about 6 months ago was telling me a story back before they were labeling these little guys where she had her baby. She was a heroin addict. And her baby died in her arms. And there's so many of these little guys out there that don't even have a chance at this point. So what we want to do with Angel's Arm is we want to be a voice and advocate for the individual babies, but also for the families. We feel like this is another avenue of addiction that has not been tackled yet. We're not saying we're a solution here, but we're saying we're going to really try to be a part of it. We want to do something that's never been done before. We want to try to, like I said, we want to stop a generation. A lot of these babies, they say the babies will remember. They won't remember the withdrawal, but their bodies will remember the opium drugs in them. And so if there's ever an accident or anything like this and they have any type of drugs put in them, painkillers, their bodies are going to react to that. So we're also breeding a generation of addicts, and I don't think we realized that at first. So that's another reason why we need to get in there and just really try to tackle this problem. So part of Infinite Arms Recovery Homes is we would actually be able to take the babies and hold them up to a year and give the moms an opportunity to go away to get help without being afraid of being arrested, being judged, giving them an opportunity to get the help while we care for their babies and not trying to take their babies, but be able to love their babies, work with their babies after they are released from the hospital. Because at this point, there's no aftercare programs after they're released. But the babies, as I found out, are still going through a withdrawal process after. They can go up to 2 years in withdrawals. And if you don't even know what that is, a lot of times these babies are being sent home and they're just now recognizing it again, but with the tremors, the sweats, the fevers. And a lot of the moms who are withdrawing themselves, they're sent home with the baby, and it's just not a good situation at all. So that's a whole nother story. So part of what we would do is we would be able to have an opportunity for these children to be loved on. We would have snugglers. Well, we graduate from the cuddlers program to our snugglers program. We would have community resources come in. So we would want to make this a sense of community too. We would want to use our resources. We would want to also have our churches come in, other programs come in, and work with these babies as well. And then now if a mother chooses not to come back, which happens more often than not, then after so many months of working with these babies, we will have these babies eligible for adoption. And so that's another area that we would like to, also offer these babies a forever home to, rather than foster care for the next 5 years of their life. And that happens often. So we have a couple avenues that we're tackling right now. We really feel that we were led into this through our strong faith. We believe that God brought us to this. It gave us a vision, and we're trying to execute it now with His help. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we feel that we're being led, and so we're really excited about it. And this opportunity is like our first big opportunity to say, okay, now go. Like He's pushing us a little bit. Like, okay.
So, you're doing amazing work. So let's talk a little bit about that opportunity. Maybe talk about how Christy told you that, you know, a good gift is coming your way and your reaction and how it's gonna make a difference?
Well, the exciting thing is, I mean, what's so neat is when out of the blue you hear things like this, especially on a day. I was in Virginia, my daughter was in college, so we went down for the weekend. And I'll be honest with you, I was feeling a little discouraged because I'm thinking I gotta write this business plan, I gotta figure this all out, you know, and so I just actually did get done praying, and I was just reading, and then my assistant Joyce called me. And she starts telling me this story, and I'm thinking in the back of my head, we're gonna get some carpeting. I'm gonna be real excited about that. Because I'm thinking, because I had just said the week before, you know, we're gonna have to get some carpet. So I was like, oh, thank you, we're getting carpeting. And then all of a sudden she tells me what happened, and I just broke down crying. And I was like, you know, what a confirmation, because I was feeling so discouraged, like, is this really what you want me to keep doing? Because it's a very big undertaking. This has never been done. So Joyce and I cried on the phone for a while, and then she told me she talked to Christy, and they cried on the phone for a while. And you know what? Those are really good tears. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing, because it's just so cool to be able to give a voice to a little guy or girl that needs it.
Great.
No, great job, thank
I
you.
can't think of anything else by any means.
Thank you so
Great job,
much.
guys.
I'm sorry.
You did wonderful.